All right, and welcome to another episode. I keep saying another, but welcome to an episode of TalkSpace&Co by MomSpace&Co. And I have here the lovely ladies of MomSpace&Co, the team. Anyway, I was about to get into today's topic, but I won't. I'll hold off. I got a little excited. But let's go ahead. We popped the cork in a different way today. Everybody bought their favorite drink. So what are we drinking? Real quick.
I have a Moscow Mule.
What you got? Vodka or gin?
I made it myself. It has neither. It has whiskey.
Okay.
It's my own concoction. It's actually really good. It has ginger beer, lime in it. Same thing, but I just use brown because I don't like who I am on white. So yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Right. It's only Monday, so I have we went to the cidery over the weekend, and I have a nice, I think it's a blend cider, I think something, but it's pretty good.
It looks amazing. Jealous.
Yeah, it's good.
We were trying to plan that for,
good old sweet red, but in a little Mason jar.
That works. What you got, Trees?
Got cream soda.
Okay. At least we know it's not Dr. Pepper today.
No, it's not Dr. Pepper today. It's cream soda.
That works.
I'm drinking a spritzy rosé. Yeah, it's a rosé, but it has like a nice little sparkle spritz to it. But yeah, so today's episode, we're going to pop the cork, and Trees is going to get into some of the pop the cork topics.
Yeah. You know what, the topics that we're going to talk about today, they're a little deep. I'm kind of in my feelings because this morning Colin Powell died, and he died from complications of COVID. So it's now raising questions about what will the holidays bring, and are we going to see a rise in people dying from COVID? Can the vaccinations actually protect you? Because Colin Powell was fully vaccinated. For me, Colin Powell has a very special place in my heart. He was the first Black Secretary of State, and he's the only person outside of Obama that's ever held such a high position in government, Black person, since then. So yeah, so that was this morning. I got that notification, and I was kind of in a downer from then on. But I mean, I think the main concern is, what is it going to look like when Thanksgiving, when people start to travel, Christmas, when people start to travel? And even though we have people that are vaccinated, people who are vaccinated, even though they're dying at a lesser rate, they're still dying. So that was the topic in the discussion of the day, as far as surrounding Colin Powell's death, aside from such a significant and great loss. Also, we are talking about cancel culture. Why? Because there's several people that people want to cancel right now. And John Gruden, who was the former coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, was fired because of emails that he had where he was being misogynistic, racist, and homophobic. But the emails were 10 years old. So people are like, when do you say this doesn't matter anymore? It's insignificant if this person has since changed. And I personally, I'm like, 10-year-old emails.
Where did the emails come from? How did they find them?
So the Washington team is under investigation, and he was basically he was a casualty in this. They weren't even investigating him, but he had correspondence with another Washington football team staff member, and the emails were found while they were researching the Washington football team. They weren't even looking for John Gruden, but because he had these improper emails going back and forth with this particular person, he then was investigated and then released from the NFL. So that's how that happened.
Because let's say Hillary, when the whole email with Hillary Clinton and whoever else was involved, could we forgive that?
I don't know. Go ahead, Nicole.
I feel like everything blows over eventually. I feel like as a culture, we are like cancel culture kings and queens. Like, we're so quick to cancel people for certain things, and then it kind of just blows over. So I feel like it'll just be less talked about. Like, we'll always remember it, but
I agree, but are we really solving the problem? No.
No, but are we the same we were 10 years ago?
Are we what?
The same person we were 10 years ago?
That
True.
too.
I always say, and that's the point. It's like, where are we the same person 10 years ago? I know there's probably some things, especially in my childhood, that I have said to people that I would never want to cancel me as an adult because, I was a kid, maybe even in my 20s.
I feel like you can say that
That's
and
true.
you can't, because if that's the case, like how many people who are like rapists and murderers can say I'm not who I was 10 years ago and I kill people or
I don't
like
know.
That's different.
That's a different.
But that's what I was trying to say with Hillary Clinton and her emails and all that leaking stuff that she was doing. Like,
I guess there's levels to it, but
Yeah.
who's in control of the levels?
I don't know.
Control the levels. No. Kill somebody. We're not gonna be like, oh, they're not a murderer ananymore. Look, they got
Right.
something.
Oh, sweet baby.
No.
He's just got a knife over her neck for no reason.
Oh my God, what?
Change man, okay? You got to say, living for the Lord.
I bet.
And well, recently released Bill Cosby is now back in the news because an actress who appeared on the Cosby Show is now suing him for drugging and raping her. The statute of limitations for her particular case are over, so she can't actually take him to criminal court and have him prosecuted, but she's suing him. So personally, when Bill Cosby was released, I was like, whatever, he's released. He's old. He is old. But my problem was Bill Cosby won't shut up. And that's my problem. I need him to shut up, sit in the corner, drink your OJ, eat your pudding, and shut up.
Not pudding.
Yeah.
What kind of pudding are we talking about? Are we talking about like Jello pudding?
Tapioca.
I don't care. Go on, sit in the corner, watch all your reruns, watch whatever, watch Little Bill, watch A Different World. Sit in your corner and shut up. If I was his wife, I would shut him up. I would beat him. I'm not even gonna lie. I would beat him. I ain't even gonna hide it. Yes, I would. I would punch Bill right in the face. We done lost all our money.
The man.
You don't know how to behave, and now you don't know how to shut up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he was embarrassing me, but I don't know.
Right. And honestly, I know he's tired because I'm tired. Like, it's like the story comes up and I'm like,
Again,
like, can we not like highlight this? Can we not talk about it? Can we just pay it no attention at all? Like, not to say that
it's like Medea. Yeah.
Honestly, he should have gotten on the phone and been like, hey, Russell, talking about Russell Simmons, what did you do and where are you at right now? And gotten exactly where Russell is, because you notice nobody's talking about Russell Simmons in his cases anymore. Russell was like, you know what, I'm just going to shut up and let this pass. Kind of like what you said earlier.
Stay low, right?
Yeah, girl, somewhere doing yoga. He being quiet.
Exactly. Ain't nobody heard from Russell. Not
they
a
need to put them all. They need to create a facility and just put them all in one facility. It just be straight for celebrity pedophiles and pervs and rapists. And
the weirdo farm.
They all be
weirdo farm.
They should, yeah, and then they should put a TV show on them to see how they're doing. So we can
not a TV show, no.
But who's gonna get paid?
You know what the
people, the victims.
We are.
Netflix would put that up in a heartbeat. Netflix would be like,
actually, no, we get a piece of that because we said it right here on TalkSpace&Co. But most of the proceeds go to the victims, and then we get our cut.
Smart. That's smart.
There we go. Well, ladies, that is all we have for Pop the Cork today. So I guess we're going to get into our topic. And Antonia, what was that? What was our topic today?
So our topic, I wanted to really touch on what a sisterhood is to each and every one of us at the MomSpace&Co team.
Yeah.
Addison as well. We talk about it a lot as far as like, build your tribe, build your community, we're a sisterhood, but what does that really look like or mean to each and every one of us individually? And then kind of touch on, losing someone that may have been close to you in your tribe or, a best friend probably. So.
All right, Addison, take us out. Addison's going to take us out.
Oh, don't get quiet now. She said, don't pass me the mic.
Right. right. So who wants to start us off on what their definition of sisterhood is to them?
Okay, I'll start.
I was gonna volunteer you.
Thanks. Anyway, not starting what started it, but sisterhood is your village. It's your foundation. It's what you can lean on when you feel like the world has you caving in. For MomSpace&Co, for example, I got to MomSpace&Co because I wanted to build a community of women, of moms, of like-minded women and moms who connected on so many different levels about different topics and different things. But I also realized in doing so that, it wasn't just about building it, it was about being a part of it. So I was able to join MomSpace&Co and find like a community of women that I was able to connect with. This platform, for example, like I've been able to connect with these women, and before I even met them, it was like we'd known each other forever. So it was amazing to build that type of community and be able to like go to different women and talk about the different things we go through and be able to connect with those things. Like we get each other, one, because we're moms, and then two, on another level, because we face the same things in life. And it's good to have those people who you can connect with on different levels.
I agree. And I think too, to add on to all of what you just said, like trusting them, being able to, I mean, we all say in a judge-free zone, and I feel like we do really well without like passing judgment on any of like our challenges or woes in life. But even if it's like a moment where it's like, sis, you should not probably doing that, or you like, let's like correct that behavior. I like the fact that, or just having people in my circle that will not only correct you, but like not judge you at the same time. Does this make sense?
Like that's a necessity.
Yeah.
Like, I feel comfortable talking to you if I think that you're going to judge me about certain things, because we all go through things. We all go through things that are uncomfortable, that are embarrassing. Like that's what life is. Yeah. So if I have an issue with coming to you about my dirty laundry, then we're not friends at all. Yeah. And that's what separates friend and foe, I believe. Like, can you talk to this person and be unapologetic, be raw about it, be transparent about it, and know that at the end of the day, this person still loves you and they still care about you. They can tell you that was trash, and you be like, okay. It's about being able to embrace all that, the good, bad, ugly, and indifferent.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I can say that I think even so before, like right before MomSpace&Co was a thing, it was things before that as well. I was all like, no new friends. I don't like females. Girls are drama. Like, I don't want it. I got my 1-2 friends. That's all I need. But then obviously, you grow up, you mature. You're like, I don't want to be that way. But it all comes from whether it was middle school, high school, early 20s, you back and forth drama, and nobody wants to deal with that. Yeah. Like you said, once Antonia brought MomSpace&Co together, I was like, okay, I could like new people. I could have more mom friends. And it wasn't until I had those things where I was like, damn, like I wish I had that the whole time. Like, it's like, and we talk about it all the time, like how we wish we had what we have now back then, if that makes sense. Like when we had our kids, like I wish I had the support now. We talked about, like postpartum, having a team for that, just different things. And so I think, as we all grow, we're learning and we're like, okay, we can let people in. So I think that to me is like, okay, people who are willing to grow with you, who are willing to bring it to the table and be like, okay, we got to work on this, or we got to, how can we make our relationship stronger? And like we said, no judgment. Like, I may judge you a little bit and be like, what are you doing?
Just a little bit. So you
Just a
feel
little
it.
bit.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm judging you.
Exactly.
Like, okay,
But you're I may not even tell, you're gonna know. You're gonna know. I'm like, what are you doing?
there's an out loud clause in there.
It is.
Like,
Yeah.
we're out loud about this judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like-
not gonna say I'm not, but I'm gonna judge you a little bit. But that's, if I didn't, I wouldn't be a friend,
Exactly.
Right.
So that, to me, yeah, I think and I'm happy that I can say that I've grown so much. And now, like you said, you could literally have a whole relationship with an Instagram, someone you met on Instagram, and you meet in person. You're like, where have you been my whole life? Like,
Yeah.
I think that the pandemic definitely brought that out, because I've met a lot of people throughout this whole pandemic and continue to have those relationships. So
Yeah.
Absolutely. We all go through childhood trauma with friendships. Like, that's one of the first traumas we ever experience. And that's what friendships, that's what the mean girl crowd telling you can't sit with us. Everybody has that trauma. So when it comes to friendships, we're all timid, because I was like that the same way. Like with my page, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna build a page. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that. And then when people started connecting with me, I'm like, and then I realized, like, oh my gosh, I really like people. Like, I like this connection of, I like the whole Me Too moment. Like, I'm going through this and somebody saying, you know what, girl, me too. Like, and then that connects you, and then you build relationships off that simple, small connection. And then it just goes from there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and I feel like as a mom, we kind of lose ourselves. You get so ingrained in what the kids doing, their schedule, going to work, and just being part of this tribe, group. We take a break, we laugh, we kiki, we celebrate each other's successes and uplift each other when we're down. So I think that's just an important part of building a friendship.
I like what you just said, the support and celebrating each other. Like, I love seeing when, like, it could be, I don't know, the smallest thing to like the biggest thing. Like, sis, you got sleep today? Bitch, what? Like, it could be that to like, oh my God, you got that position. Like, just being able to like, I don't know, just celebrate each other, I guess. Absolutely. Without envy. I don't want to say that I've had that in the past, but I have it in the past. But without envy, and it's like genuine that we can just celebrate each other's wins, regardless of where we are in our own personal journeys or life. So.
And then
even you and Lynn, the winery with the babies. Like, when I had my little ones, I had thought of, I was like scared to even leave the house. Like, it was too much.
Yeah.
So like, dang, I wish I had that back then.
Yeah.
It's real when somebody posts something and you smiling at your phone, like.
I'm like, yes.
We literally said that the other day. We were like, we manifested this. Like, we were like, if we have another kid, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this, do that, go here, go there. And we're like,
okay. When y'all posted the best friend reel, I promise I watched it like 1,000 times. Like, I liked it from every page. Like, I'm there too. Like, add me in there. I thought about how to crunk myself in and do the remakes. Like,
that's hilarious.
But that's the feeling you get when you're happy about somebody's accomplishments, and not necessarily they have to be accomplishments, but just the experience. Like, you see the joy in people, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Every time I get that song, I think of you too. Even be your page, I'll be like,
I know. It was everything.
I mean, for me, one of the things that, like, kind of like saying what you were saying about being timid, I had the opposite experience because I'm not timid. And sometimes it comes out there like, oh my gosh, she's intimidating. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be intimidating. I'm just trying to have a conversation with you. So when I came to MomSpace&Co, Lynn had never met me in person. And so Antonia's known me in person for quite some time, but Lynn had never met me in person. And I'm talking to Lynn, and Lynn is like right there with me, and then you guys come on and you're right there with me. I have to sit up here and be like, okay, so this is what I like to do. I can be like, no, I need this and I need blah, blah, blah. And you guys know I'm not being rude.
But to tap on what she's saying, because I know what she's saying, because I finished all her sentences.
Hey.
But connection is real. Like we're in a space where like our conversations flow because we are like-minded, and that matters. Like the people you're connected with, you shouldn't have to front who you are. I don't take notes. I don't remember stuff. I don't listen.
And we know that.
And everybody respects that.
We know that.
They would literally call me on my stuff like, yo, like we just said that. Like I just said that. And we would be like, you know what? Everybody would be like, you know what? It's just her. It's fine. I don't have to conform to this person who was like, okay, what you say? Okay, I'm not doing that. It's just not me. It's never been me. I don't listen in class. I don't listen in our meetings. But eventually I get it. And it's right and it works. But
that probably goes back to like, we used to like, even in our own relationships, like always trying to change people, people, like just accepting people for who they are. And if it works, it works. But if it doesn't, like, okay, that's okay too. But like, that's what makes it your tribe, because everybody plays a different role in that tribe, if that makes sense.
But most important, like,
it's true.
We used to change ourselves too. Like I remember like being this girl in school who was like, if I felt like people liked it, I was that person. So it was like, you know what? Everybody's wearing this outfit and I hate it, but mom, go to the store and buy me this outfit. And I would look so stupid because like my shape was crazy and it just didn't fit me, but I wanted to do that because that's what everybody liked. So we try to make ourselves fit into the mold of what we think is like in, what's popular. And then it all ends up biting us because we end up losing ourselves. Yeah. So you shouldn't lose yourself in friendships. It should be a natural flow. It should be you should be comfortable being you, and the people that it gravitates to will be your people, and those who don't, oh well.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, fellow Gemini, for finishing my sentence. That's the
you
last
heard her. She did. She really did.
Exactly. See, this is why MomSpace&Co is like this. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like for me, it was always like, oh, she's too intimidating. She's this or she's that. So yes, I don't want to fit in your mold. If I don't have to fit in your mold and we can gel, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, because I don't want y'all fitting in the mold. Like I don't want anybody to ever not be able to be themselves around me. So yes, thank you.
MomSpace&Co, you guys, like, I'm the last one that joined the group, but you were so welcoming. You know, it wasn't like shady or trying to fit in. McCall said, you know, Antonia was like, yes,
right.
Actually, do you want to do a cooking demo?
I'm pretty sure we'll get into this other episode.
I was scared, honestly. I was like, does she want to be a part? I don't know.
No, I was just about to say that, and I'm pretty sure we'll get into this when we like introduce ourselves and how we got here. But like, I remember reaching out to her like so ready, and she was like, "You sure?" Like, yeah. And even now, like I constantly go back and forth with Antonia because she'd be like, "Well," and I'm like, "Yo, if you don't call it duck a duck, what?" Okay.
So I'm gonna go back to my childhood on that, because that stemmed from that, and I think I'm still coming back out for when I was younger, because a lot of people used to call me bossy. They used to say I have an attitude and all this other stuff. So I think I like double back to not be so quote unquote bossy. But it's not, I don't even consider it bossy. It's just more so like, I like what I like, and this is how I want it. And I think
it's assertive. We're assertive.
Yeah, that's that friendship trauma going both ways.
Yeah.
Either be her conforming and being like, okay, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Or the opposite, where, you know, she's like, girl, no. You know what I'm saying? And like, even with me, like me conforming to her, like simple, like, it's okay. Like, girl, is it trash or not? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's me being able to fit into her mode. Like, I can accept constructive criticism. Like, you know, if you don't like it, it's okay to say you don't like it. And I don't have to be who she needs me to be, like, you know, for her to understand that.
Yeah.
So I can like be me and be like, you know what, I made it, but if it's trash, it's trash. If it doesn't work for the image or the brand, it's trash. It doesn't work.
Yeah. So I'm still working on it, you know, but
we all are. accept what was given to me. But now if I don't want to do something, I ain't doing it.
That part. That part. So how do y'all like when you find out, or I guess run into a moment of finding out that you're not for everyone? Like, how do you handle that? And I don't know, decipher it, to not force anything to like really work if it's not working.
If it doesn't feel good, it's not right. Like you say,
I don't care. Like honestly, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. That is the mood that I got to. It's like I do not care, because I'm the type of person where I will stress myself out more trying to make it work, and then angry on the inside, lashing out to people that don't deserve it because I'm not being my authentic self. I don't care. If it's not working, that's fine. And I feel like that's a maturity thing, and that's a grown-up thing. I don't think any less of you. I will still be your cheerleader. I still want to see you succeed. I still want to see you do great. I just don't have to be in the mix with you. So that's just how I operate from that standpoint. I don't like to stay where I'm not welcomed. And if I've got to change everything about me, that means I'm not welcome. So
yeah, I like that.
We do not care.
Right.
Yeah, people either love me or they just hate me, and I'm just fine with that. So.
I agree with that.
I'm like that now. Like,
but I wasn't there before. Yeah.
No, I wasn't. It was a process, because until I really found me and learned to love me myself, I didn't know how to require that from anybody else.
Yes.
So what it did was like, it was a process where I had a hard time with that. I had a hard time not fitting into someone's mold. Like, it would bother me. It would literally drain the life out of me to try to be perfect for everybody. Like, I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted to be able to be the image of what best friend was. If I wasn't best friend, it wasn't good enough. But now I'm okay with just being friend or acquaintance.
You're right. Best friend, so.
Right, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't care.
Yeah, it took me a lot of like soul searching to really find out that love for me. And because I have that love for me now, I'm at we do not care. Yeah. Because, you know, at it, you want, you know, you get to a point where you just want everybody like you. And at some point, that becomes an impossible task. Because everybody is different. All you can be is what you are for you, and leave the rest to whoever it's for.
And there'll be people out here who don't even know you, who don't like you. So
Absolutely.
like, then you're
know nothing about you.
And then there will be and then there will be your best friends who don't even like you.
Facts.
And you'll find yourself realizing that. And that happened to me. Like, I had a really close friend that I had to walk away from. And it pained me, but I realized, like, me being here for you and me being your best friend, or your idea of the best friend, means that takes away from who I am. So there's no love lost. I'm not beefing with you. I don't love you any less, but I realize reasons and seasons. And, you know, that's what people are putting into your life for, reasons and seasons. So I had to respect the fact that our season was up, and I could no longer fit into what she deemed to be a best friend. I had to be my own person. Yeah. So, you know, it's a point where you get there. It's a process. It took years of doing, but
yeah, absolutely.
And I agree. That is painful. Losing somebody who you've been tried with, and especially if you've got years of history. Like, I mean, years. Like, there are memories for the person that I lost. There are memories that I can't even separate them and pull them out of, because they were so intertwined. Like my wedding, for example. Every time I look at my wedding pictures, boom, there she is. You know,
I'll be like, oh damn. Oh damn.
Just flip the page real quick.
Right.
Gangster. She's like, goodbye, forgot you.
That was fun.
But that's what it is. It's reason for they were around for that season of your life, but now you're in a different place, and it's no hard feelings or anything like that. But you know, I can literally say, if she was my friend now, I wouldn't fit into her life and she wouldn't fit in mine. These are two different lifestyles. It has nothing to do with her being here or there, or me being here or there either. It's just a mutual understanding that we've just grown apart.
Yep. Yeah. I agree. But that shit hurts.
It hurts so bad.
Oh,
it's like,
It was worse than a boyfriend
Yeah,
breakup.
I was just about to say that. It's worse than break.
It
Like
is.
when you lose friends, because you're thinking about these are the people that you share your secrets with, your intimate moments with.
Yeah.
And like when you lose your friends, it takes something from you. It's a different level of hurt.
We as females, especially like given what we've said about like, trying to be friends with other females, in those situations where like I can find another man, because I mean, we're all heterosexuals. I can find another man, but am I going to be able to find another friend?
Right.
And I
And
think that's
I'm
really
just
what
thinking
hurt me.
about the friends I done lost.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
But you, I mean, you share like, you're intimate with men, but then with friends, you share a different level. Like you tell them your deepest, darkest secrets. You're comfortable around them. You're naked around them. Like, it's like a different connection. So when you have to walk away from them, it never feels good, but it's necessary.
I mean, it's a complete unpeeling. I feel like this way. If you're only raw around your friends, then of course the breakup is going to be raw. Like you have no choice because you've already done like that unpeeling, that vulnerability with that friend. So therefore, when you guys are no longer friends, it has to be harsh and terrible and awful to go through.
Yeah.
I mean, I love them, but I'm in a place where I wouldn't take anything back because I couldn't become who I was supposed to be if I wouldn't have walked away, and neither could they.
That part.
It goes both ways. Like
True.
you don't get anywhere with dead weight at your ankles, so you have to let it go at some point, and I'm okay with that now.
And it helped me realize, like, it helped me find out some of my toxic traits. Like what I thought was okay was actually toxicity to our friendship, or just like, us together. It was like, wow, like that's a deep combo, but it just helped me to realize lots of, things that I needed to grow out of or, get rid of. So
part of growing, and then you learn from it and you know how to move in your future relationships, and and Tony and I we talk things out, and that's a part of like that we have to now. Back then like, all right, fine, don't leave me, and she's like, but now it's like, no, don't say it's okay if it's not okay. Right. And we get off the phone, you're like, I'm not okay, I should have said, like, it's talking about it and talking through it, and that comes with maturity, and and just if you feel like those relationships are, they're important to you, you cherish those things. So you just have to, and again, what what those people bring to your life. So you just, you're willing to put in the work.
That you didn't like have an argument with, because there's just friends that I just grew apart from. We never had a problem, but
y'all had to have a problem. I'm just gonna say you had to have a problem to grow apart. Like you don't just no. See, I disagree with that. No, I disagree with that.
Maybe
and I'm not saying
like, that I didn't know and I wasn't aware.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. You're not aware, but you're not aware of it. But there has to be something that causes you to grow apart, and it could just be like you feel like the person can't make time for you because they're always busy. Like I lost.
Well, what about when somebody gets married or someone has a baby?
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. And I lost a lot of friends behind a life change. Like it wasn't my fault. It wasn't their fault, but they were just kind of like,
man, I've been with my man for 20 years. Ain't nothing changed in 20 damn years. So I don't know.
So let's talk about that. Like when I guess like when you get your friends or you get your circle, do you tell them your expectations like you would in a marriage, right? Like you let them know like, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. Do you tell your friends that? Like, how do you show up or support or actually be there for a friend?
I'm the type of friend where I'll explain something once, maybe twice. But I also feel like what's understood shouldn't be explained. So I also feel like with friendship, there comes a knowing. So you know me, I know you. We can conversate about what we both need because that's what we talk about. Like, you get an understanding from conversations, from hanging out, from doing stuff. You ultimately learn how to learn a person. Mm-hmm. So if you know that I don't like a certain thing and you continue to do it, then, and the relationship grows apart because of it, it's just one of those things. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
That's hard because I know a common thing that people say is like, don't expect you from other people.
True.
And that's what I've been learning, like I can't expect like you to respond the same way that I would, but I guess that comes from
respect. I can't expect you to know how I would respond because you know me. So while I don't act like you and I don't move like you, you know how I move and I know how you move. So there's an understanding there. So like you can't do something that you know I'm gonna be offended about constantly and negate the fact that you already know this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those, it's one of those thin situations. I guess it's like a fine line.
The question. So like when the friendship ends and like years later you've all like calmed down, cooled down or whatever, let's say the friend reaches out to you and says, can we talk? Do you owe it to them to talk, or do you just say the door is closed?
Oh, you don't owe it to them, but you could.
Okay, so sorry. Oh my Lord God.
Because I don't owe nobody nothing. You heard me?
But we can talk. I'm open to talk.
Absolutely.
I would say, are you open? Like, like, do you even revisit that, or do you just look at it, see it in your inbox, and keep staring at it, and decide that you're not gonna do it?
So that goes back to reasons and seasons.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if someone from your past is reaching out to you, it's either because of a season that you're going through or a reason. So I would be open to the conversation and the connection. Like I said, I never try to walk away from a friendship on bad terms because I have to first remember, like, I connected with this person. I love this person for a certain reason. That reason still stands regardless of what happened. You may find that the friendship is better than what it was because you guys are in different places in your life. So I would say be open to the conversation. But
one eye open.
Huh?
With one eye open.
One eye open. I definitely
be like, what are you here for? What are you here for?
I mean, you have to have your guard up, of course.
It's kind of like Lynn with all the smoke. You ready for all the smoke, Lynn?
But Lynn is choosing violence. She really is. She's like,
no, it's just no. Like we said, we went through things. It hurt. You learn how to move on. You healed. You don't know how that, but you healed from it, and you're like, I don't ever want to be in that place in my life again. So you're
that comes with a place of growth too. Like you have to grow past your pain. So like if you're still like salty because somebody's messaging you that you haven't talked to from 10 years ago, that says a lot about where you are.
Yeah.
And it comes down to it's not me, it's you moment. It's not you, it's me moment. So you have to realize that too. And it's okay if it's you, but you have to be able to admit that as well. Because if they're reaching out to you, they're past it.
Yeah.
Are they?
Really? Really?
Let me just hit her up so I can sabotage her life. This ain't Lifetime.
No, if it was Lifetime, the friend would have killed you and put you in a ditch somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, really got me thinking about some old friendships, but it ain't none that I want to pick up the phone and text call nobody about.
Yeah.
Stars like I don't care.
Stars like the door is closed.
Yes. So how do you guys make new friends though? So like I don't even know like a real story on how. I think Instagram connected Nicole and Star and I, Lynn middle school, and then Trees like forever. But like, how do you make new friends?
Usually like my kids like sports, but as lately I'm really not interested in nobody.
Star's like, I'm not really your friend.
No, I can relate. I've been in the season with Star too. I remember Philip one time called me, and actually this person has turned out to be like one of my best friends. But Philip called me and he said, hey, met this family and they just moved to LA and I want you to meet the wife. I think you guys will hit it off. And I literally texted him back and was like, I do not want any new friends. Thank you. And then I meet her and we're like best friends. So I've been more open, but I'm not looking for friends. Like, I feel like it's gotten to a point where if I mesh with somebody, like they meet me and we just kind of like fall in and we're good. I'm not searching for new friends. Like my friend circle is good. If I add a new friend, okay. But to look for one or to go make one, to go like for example, I don't go to networking events. I'm not interested in making any friends. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's hard. Like one of the moms said to me, like, "Oh, I never see you out here. Why does both of us gotta be out here? Why I could be cooking dinner and minding my business and be in the house. I'm just coming to the game. I don't need to sit on the field in the evening. I got things to do." So
she just wanted
these women gonna be
she just wanted to hang out.
huh?
I said she just wanted to hang out.
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. I got things to do.
Right. Mama got a life.
Exactly. He got a dad.
That part. That part.
See, I'm different. So I match styles and energies and different things like that. So I feel like if, your style connects, your energy connects, like I'm willing to
football field. They got legends.
I mean, no, not necessarily style in general, just like your vibe, like, you know what I'm saying? Like your vibe and your energy. So like if I can connect with you on that level, I'm open to connecting to you like in a more personal level.
I'm open to it, but like Tree said, I'm not looking, but be in each other's DMs and sometimes the conversation goes somewhere and sometimes it's just heart, laugh, okay, talk to you in 2 months or something.
Yeah, it was this girl I was following on Instagram and I literally saw her ride down my street and I was like, she live in my neighborhood. I was like, is that kind of stalkerish? I was like, hey, I see.
Oh my god. No, there's people who I've connected with and I've never met. And people like, I thought that forever. And I'm like, nope, never met her in my life. But it just flows. So it works out.
Yeah.
In our core group, like which friend do we think each one of us is? And I mean, you can say like what you think yourself is, but yeah.
Who's saying?
I think I'm the neutral card. I won't be ready to fight, but I will be with the shit. So like if you want to pull up, I'll pull up. If you like, okay, we could just look at her or like hang out in a corner and eyeball her, I'll eyeball her with you. But
I agree.
Huh?
See, that's the loyal friend. That's like the who we fighting? Oh, we don't like her? Okay, I got you. Like
I agree. I think Tony is the neutral one.
I think
she's definitely.
I think Star is the she's ready. She for the smoke. She for the smoke.
She the quiet ready too. She the one you don't think gonna jump up, and then next thing you know, it's like, who hit them with the bottle? And start sitting there like, well, ain't nobody was gonna do nothing. So I mean,
the bottle was just sitting there and it was empty. I mean,
I was firm nor deny. No,
Tracy's definitely the strategist.
And it's unexpected. So I'm just like,
Yes. And Teresa's the strategist. She gonna have the plan. She can be like, okay, we're gonna do this. And then you're gonna go and we all just looking like, what?
And she's gonna be like, I feel like I feel like that's a synonym for Teresa's the bossy friend.
Yes.
Teresa's the bossy friend.
She does have the clipboard. She does. She says the clipboard. And she's like,
yes, I got a pen and corner. And I have been taking notes. I'll be late.
She's definitely the strategist. She's gonna be like, look, this is what we're gonna do. This is everybody's role.
Yep.
And this is where you're gonna be at this time. Yeah. And then Lynn is like
Lynn is the rational friend. Lynn is the one that's rational. She's like, okay, let's really think about this and let's see. Like, I feel like Lynn is like, let's look at this perspective and this perspective, and then let's come to a decision. Yes, no, and Lynn's also the inclusive friend, I think.
Lynn, I would say Lynn will make you think. She's gonna ask you the question like you're like ready to go, like, yeah, this is it, and then she's gonna be like, but are you? And then you're gonna be like, damn.
She's gonna ask you a bunch of questions, but then after she asks you and you're set on it, she's like, okay.
Right, exactly.
So that way, if it goes bad, she can be like, I said.
Exactly.
And Nicole's the fun friend. So like Nicole's like, this is not gonna be boring. I don't care what y'all say. I'm gonna make this fun and interesting right now. So let me see. What can I do? She's the turn up, she's the fun friend.
In all seriousness, I'm probably like the fixer or the wanting to fix it. Like, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. No, but are you okay? Yeah. Are you sure? Like, did I do something? You know, and that's something that I'm like learning. But it's like you just, because it's probably like the overthinker in me, like, are you sure? But are you really sure?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like,
And that's what I was saying by the inclusive friend, because you really don't leave anybody out. You're like bringing this one from over here, bringing this one from over here, bringing like, you know, everybody in the mix. So that's what I was saying by like the inclusive friend. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's funny.
I agree. Because Star throwing the bottle and I'm laughing.
And time out, because Antonia tried to define herself, so nobody would say nothing about her. Did y'all see that?
right.
I agree with Antonia, but she's gonna laugh too.
I am gonna laugh.
Antonia is very, very loyal. Like she's got like
I think so.
almost to a fault in some cases. Like she's really gonna try and see the best in somebody and remain loyal to them. And I'm
like, why? Yeah.
Why? Mia sometimes will be like,
it's so true.
No, what's the red flags? I know y'all saw the red flags.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't see the red flag right there? Yeah.
That's my toxic trait. I will ignore a red flag and be like, but there's so this, and but no, but look at this, and oh my God. And Lynn's like, girl.
Let him go.
Facts.
Yes.
Facts. I can definitely see that too.
Yeah. Dog.
Agree.
That's okay, but that's why I got friends like y'all who can be like, stop right now. Like, one last thing, one little bit. What is a tip that you can share with someone who's looking to probably make new friends? Because I've heard this before, that new moms or moms in general, they don't know how to make friends or build their tribe. What's one thing that we can each leave with them to take away to make a friend?
I may just be
don't judge a book by its cover. Just because somebody might look a certain way, I mean, they might be your best friend, as Nicole said. You never know. Just give them a chance. And I need to listen to my advice.
I would say just be yourself. Like, you know, trust me, there is somebody out there for you that, like you said, is either going through the same thing. They may like to drink at 12 o'clock at soccer games. Like there's somebody for everybody. So just be just be yourself and be open to it. And, yeah.
I would also say be open as well. Be open to change, be open to connection, be open to, reasons and seasons. Everybody needs somebody. You can't walk around thinking that it's just me, myself, and I, and that's okay. That's not a natural place to be in.
You'll be miserable.
Yeah, you need friends. You need a village, and if anybody ever tells you otherwise, they're lying to you. So be open to connecting with people and understand gravitation. So when you pull towards somebody and y'all start connecting, lean on that pull. You never know where it may take you.
Yeah, go to that yoga class or go to that mommy meetup, and like you're gonna be like, oh my God, this was the best day of my life. Like every time we have a meetup, we're like, oh my God, that's so much fun. We have to do it again, so just do it,
I would say go on an adventure. And what I mean by going on an adventure is find something unique about yourself that you like to do, and then go do it. And you might discover somebody who shares the same interest as you, who's like, oh, this is fun. I'd like to do this too. You never know. Just go on an adventure and see what happens.
Yeah. Mine is join our Slack group. Ha! Looking for a mom group, or I really, because there's this like idea that mom groups are like mean girls. So I guess join our community, join our Slack if you choose, but jump in the conversation. We're all there open and ready to talk, cackle. This is a good conversation. And I feel like we could go on forever about, just friendships and, either how we like to have our friend groups or, okay. And what that could look like for us as moms, women.
I got you, Addison. Addison is the punctual friend. She's like, it's time to go.
Right. So just be sure when you're, I don't know, there's no guidelines for looking for friends or making friends, I guess, really, but there are tips. Definitely don't ignore the red flags. Be yourself. and just, show up. So join us in our Slack group and catch us next week for another episode of TalkSpace&Co. Thank you, Addison.